Welcome to self-discoverywisdom.com, formerly known as Self-Discovery Media. On these podcasts, you're going to hear people who speak from the heart. They've taken the journey in life. Many things have happened to them, but they've changed it to happening for them. And in their strength, their courage, they've discovered their abilities and their wisdom, and they are now sharing it here with you. Do enjoy each show. We bring it to you with love and knowing that it's going to help you on your journey of life. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Sarah's View of Life right here on selfdiscoverywisdom.com. I'm your host, Sarah Troy. Well, last week my second grandson was born. Truly a moment that we've been waiting for. But there were complications. My daughter had a C-section, and while pulling the baby out, they broke his femur. This makes it very difficult because he has to be in a particular brace to hold the leg in place so the bones can knit. This makes it very, very difficult when feeding him, and of course the poor little thing's been in a lot of pain. Then Mama had a couple of complications of her own and needed some special shots to help her with that, and they are both still in hospital. And that means that I am on Roro duty, my older grandson who is now 25 months old. He's a busy little bee and he has kept me busy, either picking him up from school or taking him off to play somewhere, back and forth to the hospital to see Mama and his new baby brother and Papa, and all the screen time we've had in between, and of course the meals and the playtime and all of that. So it's been a very, very busy week since little grandson Louis was born, and I am still here filling in. Today is all about laundry and catching up on everything at home before I go shopping for food and pick up my daughter to bring her home for a rest while Papa stays at the hospital, and we pick up little one, the 25-month-old, and bring him home and protect Mama, but she had a C-section, from him doing any damage. So as you can understand, there's a lot going on here at the present moment, and that's the reason why I have not been able to book any interviews for the next 2 weeks. But I decided to put together a whole load of shows for you that I've done in the past, different topics, different subjects. The first one is bullying. We have so much bullying that goes on in the world, and so many people are impacted by bullying, whether it comes from the workplace, from childhood, from family. And here I've put together a whole load of shows for you on bullying. Each one of these people have gone through their hell, but they've come out stronger, more empowered, and richer in spirit because of it. I invite you just to Sarah's View of Life genre. You'll find that under the podcast title, and you'll see the latest show there, some oldies but goody shows for you. And this is where you will find all the shows. So what we have here is Stop the Bullying. And on the anti-bullying shows, there's quite a number of shows. We've gone through a lot, whether it was bullying from a spouse or from childhood or from parents or the workplace. There's quite a number of anti-bullying shows here. They're not all of the ones that I've done, but they're a good chunk of them. And I hope that is something that helps you if you've been bullied in life or if someone you know is being bullied. But also to understand that sometimes these things happen to us for us to find our strength, find our courage, find our abilities, and become that stronger, beautiful, empowered person that you're meant to be. But enjoy those shows. The next topic I picked out for you, cancer. It's still a growing disease, and there are so many ways to challenge it and heal fully from it. These shows are on how you can beat cancer, but also the gift that it's given them along the way. And here you'll see not every cancer show we've done because there's been so many, but many particularly on cancer. The Gift of Cancer by Dina Mendez. I Laughed in the Face of Cancer, Kicking Cancer ass, sex after cancer, what the doctors don't tell you, cancer and Alzheimer's liberation. So many here, the human blueprint, the sunflower fund, the colon, kidney and health, all of these things. And also the B17 cancer formula, which is all the nutrients and vitamins that you can take that help you from getting cancer in the first place. So there's a lot here for you folks. And I invite you to come and look at all of these particular shows because there's so much wonderful information here. The next one I did on fibromyalgia. Yes, I do have it. It's that dreaded fibromyalgia and what it brings. It's a disease that we have to manage, understand, and learn to live with. Educating family and friends on this is needed in order to be supportive of those that live with it daily. So when you go into the fibromyalgia, see all the shows that we've done on it. You'll also see an entire list there of what it is. There are 31 points to fibromyalgia. It can cause cognitive impairment, brain fog. See, I've got it right now. Muscular pain, chronic headaches, irritable bowel syndrome, chest pain, blurry vision, fatigue, feeling cold, weight gain, anxiety and depression, dry eyes, nausea, body aches, sensitive to sight and sound, aching tender body points, insomnia, dizziness, morning stiffness, and of course that brain fog. Those are just some of the things. So the shows I've done here again of people that have had it. One of the leading doctors here in Canada, Dr. Asno, who has discovered a great deal more about it and now educates other doctors on it. He was my doctor. And know how to live with it, understand how to live with it, and if somebody has it, how to help them. They are not the fibromyalgia. They are people with it, but they have those limitations and they're not visibly seen. And if you understand what they're going through, then you know what to ask from them and how far to push. So the next show is to lighten it up. Advice from the higher dimension. I am sharing all the shows that I did with Christina Hill. I've interviewed her a lot where we talked about all the beautiful spiritual journey that she's taken, and Athela, her spirit guide that now speaks through her, and the hellish journey she had in order to discover Othello. We also have a show, Channeling Ascensions, that we did together, where we brought on other guests and we talked about channeling and opening up to receive that soul wisdom and letting our spirit free and our hearts full and our minds clear to receive what we need to know. So enjoy those shows. And then one on climate change. These are shows I've done with international men and women who are changing the global climate around climate change. Each person has stepped in to be that change and are dedicated to encouraging our global society to change its ways that is kinder to our planet and our future survivor. And I really did interview some incredible people here from around the world. Some of them have innovations that really are utterly intriguing. Some of them have laws that are helping pass. Some of them have solutions of what we can do if we come together as countries in order to combat climate change and level the playing field. And I did this, although I did the show, so beautiful Alison Goldwyn from Synchronicity Story brought these people to me, and they are true people who are movers and shakers. They're ambassadors, they're business people, they are activists, they are aspirers. You know, there's so many people here, all about the water, all about the wall coming down, all about business. It's a lot here, and I invite you to take a look at these shows. There's the wonderful Polly Higgins that started Ecocide, being a genocide to hurt the planet, a law that should be passed around the world. And she's created a beautiful movement here, but unfortunately she died unexpectedly from an illness that we just don't understand, but her cause still carries on. Robert Williams, who used to be part of the Beach Boys, the journey that it took him from being a beach boy to discovering the energy and the wisdom and love in water, and the Rennie Sheltema, who went round interviewing people on climate change and put a wonderful documentary together. There are so many people here, really incredible, profound people who are really making a difference. And there was also the Source of Wonder, a wonderful platform that I actually had the honor of being on. And it was people from around the world, talking about our global crisis and what we can do about it. But, understanding what we can do about it is also coming from the spirit. It's coming from us, the spirit world. And that when we decide that we're going to step up and um, raise our vibration, lift up our our energy to a higher plane, a higher frequency, we actually start becoming the solution to this planet. When we become more conscious again of what we eat, of what we consume, what we buy, what how we interact with ourselves, how we interact with others, we learn that everything is energy, everything is frequency. And if you're on a higher plane of that energy, you are contributing to the growth of this planet and all on it, and also to the growth and kindness and consideration and love, which really, quite honestly, folks, is the fuel the planet needs, is the fuel that we need. So please take a listen to those shows. And then, of course, I've just put out our usual banner, which is finding all of our shows, all 18 genres, 19, 20 genres now, where if you just click on each one of the banners and you go to selfdiscoverywisdom.com /shows, and all of the podcasts will come up. Every single one of those pictures, your banner you see there, click on it and it will lead you to all of the shows that are under that genre. And we've got them on business, got them on spirituality, we have them on our children, our veterans, we have on our health, our mental health, igniting our heart and souls. We've got them on an author. We've got them quantum spirituality and your health is your choice, eco-sustainability, their story matters, self-discovery mediums on mediumship, our sensual expressions, how to be really in tune with your senses, the love of music, nature of addictions, our global veterans, the Positive Vibrations Roundtable, supporting the supporters, and then of course I have aligned with Everyday Women's Network TV online, and I'm a part of that, which you can click to, and I'm also aligned with Astral Connections, the Metaphysical Hub, and with Shiraz Walji, and the Contagious Smile from our supporters group, a woman who's just doing incredible things. You talk about abuse and bullying. She was brutally beaten up by her husband while pregnant. Her child ended up having problems because of it. And she has got mechanical things in her arms and she just had to have a hand off. And this is a woman that is doing exceptional things by supporting people in need. And we have the old shows, positive living vibration shows that I did for the first couple of years of this network, which is coming up to 10 months. So, and also I have 900 shows here from past hosts and all their various topics, and all you have to do is just further on that page, self-discoveries, past shows, and that will lead you along to our past hosts and all of their shows and all that they've contributed, because believe me, they have contributed an incredible amount of wisdom along the way. So this is what I'm leaving you while I am away. Plenty to be going on with, plenty to listen to, and I promise you I will have new shows for you in a couple of weeks. Once we've brought the baby home and things have stabilized a little bit, I'll be able to go home for a while, do some new shows before I come back to help again. So while I'm gone, I will be still on social media, still sharing, but please take a look at some of these shows. And if none of these particular topics that I've posted for this week, grab your attention, you do want ones on business, or you do want ones on igniting our heart and soul, or our children, or a music station, just click on those, just selfdiscoverywisdom.com podcasts, and, the podcast link at the top there, and it will lead you to all of the shows. So I am back to doing laundry today, shopping before I pick up the little one, and playing that role. And it is wonderful. He is absolutely incredible. He can't wait for his little baby brother to come home. He hasn't held him yet or even seen him in mummy's arms because he's been in an incubator. But we hope that's all going to change in the next couple of days and the baby will be able to come home. And it truly is wonderful being a grandmother. If you aren't there yet or not even a mother yet, it is a wonderful feeling and they are wonderful children. So I'm really enjoying my role as a grandmother at the present moment, but at the same time, folks, I'm still your podcaster, your self-discovery wisdom podcaster, still going to be bringing you an enormous amount of people. I have an entire list of people for May that are really quite incredible. So I invite you to listen to some of these past shows, and when I bring out the new ones, then you'll have some new shows to listen to. So until next time, folks, Sarah Troy signing off from selfdiscoverywisdom.com. Take care. We hope that you enjoyed the show. There are so many more for you here on selfdiscoverywisdom.com. Just go to the podcast tag at the top there and you will see all the many genres and all 3,000 shows ready for your listening. We are here to serve you, to help you on your journey of life, and we know that through inspiration it begets invitation. We are supported by you, the listeners, and those that we interview. Anything that you can spare us in donation would be greatly accepted, and we do hope that you enjoy the next show.